That's 80,
I
it
think
could be
it's a-
slightly
You
less.
gotta work the tail.
Like I said,
You gotta like, if you hate kids, it's no good.
She's been helping to so many of the events that I've gone to. Heather's been helping.
She knows the park department well, she knows the people, but then we have to get her secretary.
I don't know. I just, yeah.
I haven't thought about that much. But I don't know what else we could get. You have to get an outsider hired.
Right, you might get somebody with a
No
degree like
question,
in
this was,
recreation.
we would lose our experience.
Oh, it's all going in, corporate,
That
it's going in all classes. We've got 200 west. From the corner there's anything.
When is it,
going in?
which one? Or is that
Do we have
There's a lot of construction.
What do you need for quorum? Six?
Oh, that's it.
That's kind of why I didn't want, I really didn't want
If this is
to
a
stop
nine-member
practicing
board,
before then, but everything came together nicely, quite frankly, for us.
Yeah.
Well, you have to do what you gotta do.
So, yeah.
You get to vote on this
I was
board
telling somebody the other day.
Yes,
in the in the city council, and you don't vote in the
We've
park.
got one impediment, yes.
Everything just kind of fell.
Yeah, and as much as this sounds,
I was going through that stuff, and Larry asked us to look at, various things that cost. And it's, it really gets you thinking when you look at it. So there's some things you have to do, like
Hey,
college,
Ken?
you can't do it out.
Are we on?
On the other hand, other
Oh,
things
thanks.
hang on to that. There's a couple of items that you just,
Time to start the meeting. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Approval, we have minutes to approve, approval of the minutes. Minutes guy is not here, so somebody's gonna have to pick up the slack.
I read the minutes and I approve of them.
Second?
So motioned and seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? The minutes carry. Jeremy, I believe we have 2 items on the agenda tonight? Because there's no unfinished business, I see.
Yes, Joe might be here for this. Every,
Did you want us to wait?
no, we can go ahead.
Okay.
So the BZA has an appointment from the Planning Commission. It has 2 appointments. One is Rick Keevan, who is not up for his appointment, and the other one is Tom Allen right now, who is up for appointment. So the Planning Commission needs to appoint a member to the BZA.
And as long as I've been doing this, I don't remember this part. This was kind of funny, because I asked Jeremy about it.
Senior moment.
Thank you.
one part,
Spoken as a true, the pot calling the kettle black.
we just have to have a plan commission.
All we've got to do is, if everybody agrees to nominate me to the BZA, then we can have a motion to do so and go forward. If there's any objections to that, this is the time to state it. But what I was saying is, I've been there for years, never remember doing this, so maybe
I
it was
make
a
a
secret
motion, we appoint Tom Allen to the BZA.
Second motion?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I was already appointed by the mayor, and then I found out I had to be appointed by you. So thank you again. I'll see everybody at the next meeting. Next is 2018-1101, Noah's Bird Sanctuary Preliminary and Final Plot. I believe, or subdivision, sorry. Jeremy.
Yes, you have a subdivision application before you. To put it in a nutshell, you have 2 meets and bounds descriptions. The reason why we're here is because we can't add to or subtract from a meets and bounds description. The only thing cities do are plats. The only thing specifically we do are plats. So Mr. Clemens is presenting before you a plat to create 2 lots that already exist, but they're moving lot lines. Typically in a plat like this, depending on where those lot lines are at, you could do that without having to come in for a plat if it had already been platted. Since it hasn't been platted, that's why we're here. So he is presenting to you this plat with 2 lots, one that's 7,200 square feet and the other one 9,000 square feet. Even though the lot 1 doesn't necessarily meet the requirements, because our ordinance allows you to add to or subtract 2 lots as long as they aren't less than what they currently are, and they meet the size, we can do that. So in this case, if they were platted, They could subtract and add to it as long as they didn't go below those margins or increased it. In this case, we're creating 2 larger lots from 1 smaller lot and a larger lot, which is why the Plan Commission has the power to do so. So without,
And you're making a favorable recommendation?
yes, obviously it is our recommendation
As I
to
recall,
approve the plat.
Point of order, we have to vote on the preliminary and then the final.
It is at your discretion. You do not have to, but in this case, because there is no infrastructure involved, the Plan Commission can approve both the preliminary and final plat. All the infrastructure exists, it is in place. This is just simply creating 2 lots from 2 lots that were there but weren't platted. And I'll take any questions on the plat itself if you have any.
Thank you, Jeremy. Before we open it up, is there any discussion, questions? I assume we did a mailing and there's no objections to this. Okay. Any other questions on this? I know you're here to speak in favor, but given the fact you're the only one here, there's no one going to speak in opposition, so you probably don't need to get up. But it's your prerogative, sir, if you'd like to speak in favor of the petition.
Well,
Thank you, George.
to reiterate, since there's, oh, you tell people.
For the press that's not here,
Yes.
can you state your name, please?
You are on,
George Clemens.
They're not here?
you are on TV.
I know. And the 2 people that have watched it so far have yet to contact me. Go ahead, George.
Okay. Just reiterate why we're doing this. I'm actually doing it for someone else. Somebody wants to buy that 80-foot guy across the road and put a carriage house, which is like a 3 or 4 car garage with a apartment above it, which is becoming popular in our neighborhood. There's 3 of them going up right now. Homeowners that live on the lake that are building these structures. What's nice about them is they do add to the tax base because he'll be paying taxes on this
And I assume
new
they look
structure.
nice.
It'll look nice. I've seen the plans. And then what I did was add some extra ground to the guest house we have, and then we own the entire corner around there. But so the neighbors all knew what was going on and think it's a nice gesture that we're selling.
Nobody came in against it, and nobody wrote against it. I assume
Yeah.
it's very much in favor. Thank you, George.
So,
Appreciate it.
okay.
With that, there is no one here to speak against it. Let's move this on back to us. Any other discussion before a motion? We can do it all in one, so, motion?
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the preliminary and final replat of Noah Sanctuary.
So moved. Second?
I'll second.
Bill got it. Very good. Thank you, Bill. All those in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries as well. Thank you, Mr. Clemens. Appreciate it. Any other matters coming before the board?
That's it.
Very good. Motion to adjourn by anyone?
So moved.
Seconded? All those in favor? We stand in adjournment. Thank you all.
Fascinating.
Gosh, it's a tough job.
You know it is.
It is difficult.
And the criticism from the TV audience has been overwhelming.
I would say we might have fallen.
You know,
I don't feel guilty at all.
I used to be on the plans.
I was glad.
there was a guy,
He was convinced we were creating a bird sanctuary.
That's a power notebook. It's pink.
Black or whatever, so I never lost my iPad. Everybody knew whose it was all the time.
blue-haired old lady.
Listening.
Well, you remember.
Two blue-haired insomniacs.
And they called the station.
Swear when it starts getting dark this early, I'm ready to go to bed like 8 o'clock.
My wife.